Alright, so here is part 2 of our herd update in terms of where we are at. So we have decided to sell the goat herd and switch over to meat sheep, going between either Dorpers or Katahdins in terms of for meat, because we don't want to worry about shearing them. I will be keeping some, including this lovely mama right here, this tiny little midget. So that's Cruella, and that's Kiyoshi. And then the other one's in with the buck at the moment. So we can't really tolerate the goats jumping the fence anymore based on our schedule. We've learned the hard way that we probably should have gotten rid of the first jumper years ago, who was the mother of the main one that was the issue this year, who was a jumper back then, and even her daughter that we've kept, that we're still trying to sell, but she is a little escape artist as well. So realistically, years ago we should have nipped it in the bud, and then we probably wouldn't be here, but here we are. So we bred the does, so that way at least if we're stuck with them over winter, we can at least still have goat meat in the spring. We will not be keeping anything, and if we don't sell females for pets, then they're just going to go for meat. Not a big deal. Not as great of a carcass turnaround, but it is what it is. So that's kind of where we've compromised at. It was really hard for me because I really do love the goats, and it's not that we won't ever get back into it, but for the stage of life that we're at right now, the amount of time that we can kind of devote is just not something that we can deal with at the moment. So these are some of the goats that we're selling. She's been exposed to the buck. She has, sort of, but she shouldn't have been. So we're going to give her some Ludolace to make sure that doesn't happen, because she needs to go for a pet because she has teats that are not great. Hi, Kiyoshi, I know. One of my little tiny keepers there. So that's kind of where we are at for herd update. Hey, buddy. Also, we're keeping some for pets, so that way if we don't switch over to sheep right away, we can't just let him have nothing to do. No, we can't. And plus, the ones I'm keeping I love way too much. How are you going to say no to that face? He needs goats to play with. But he'll be switching over to sheep. And he's going to love it. So we have sold one of our 2 bucks at the moment, as well as 2 exposed does and 2 doe kids. So we've got 4 adult does and 2 doe kids to sell for breeding. Tough. And then we've got 2 goats to go for pets, because believe it or not, this doe right here is older by about a year than that doe right there. So she's not really fit to be bred at the moment. She's way too tiny. Call them my mini boers, but that's not really a thing because you want them for meat. And I'm not about the designer breed thing in any species, to say the least. But that's where we're at. I'm sad, but I've come to grips with it. It's taken me several months, but we're happy. So if you happen to be in Connecticut or New England or the Northeast and you're interested in some Boer goats, we've got a few for sale, and really good quality, ideally, because we wouldn't be selling them if we weren't downsizing the herd. I'd be keeping them forever if that was possible. So that's Toph. She is exposed and hopefully pregnant, that we're selling. That's her sister Cora, exposed and hopefully selling, but if not, we'll let them kid out in the spring. The other thing that's huge for me is once they're in 3rd trimester, they do not go anywhere. I'm not going to let someone potentially get stuck with pregnancy toxemia and possibly have them abort because of the stress of moving to a new home. So They'll be due in end of April, if I did my math right. So they've got some time till we can get rid of them, per se. You tell them. They're searching for the teeny scraps of grain I gave them. So, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will respond to them. Or if you're interested, shoot us an email at betawayfarm@gmail.com.